Hey guys, how's it going? It is April 6th, 2019. And, say hi, Emmett.
Oh.
Emmett's been down with me and laying some track. It's 8:52 right now, but even 8:52 in the sim. But, anyways, just to show you what we've been up to. This is Port Robinson. And, that's the other side of Port Robinson now. So we got the service track, main track. I got a dirt road in there. I've added CP trains because I don't have long enough CN consist. But the lighting is in the proper locations. The yard ladder's in. I got another train sitting in there that just happens to fit the shortest track. Just a little manifest. They're all CP trains, but which is prototypically not correct. But look at the visibility on that signal limit.
I know, it's so cool.
See, okay, now it just goes out, but that's
and that's around right too.
well, not really. You could see it from the other end, but that's pretty good. You get plenty of notice for them, so. Not to mention my visibility is probably lower because I'm lower. Ah, crap! I don't want this train. I want the other train. Yeah, I will. There we go. Yeah, let's fly through here for a minute. Yeah, I don't think so. You're lucky to speed up that quick. Yeah, I gotta change the rate of that flash if I can. I hear them. I don't see them. Now I see them. Yeah, they're cool. Cool, it's got the ladder lights and everything. It's kind of neat. Ah, shut up. That's switching to do. I got rough.
Keep it there the whole day.
I'm gonna go run the other train.
Run the other train a little bit.
Oh. Looks like it switches. I get out of the ladder first. I guess I only get a red light. Can hear the gates way the hell down there.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You can hear it before you activate them, which makes sense because this could cover it.
Well, no, you're not supposed to hear them.
You can hear it before you activate them.
You know how far away we are from that crossing?
Not that far.
I can't even see our signal.
Actually, no, you can't.
No, I can't.
It's just
There it
over
is.
a bend.
Oh, okay, there it is now.
It's just
See?
over a bend because the cars were there.
Well, there you go.
It's just a turn. I think you can hear that distance.
Hell no.
Nothing else going on. I mean, if it's absolutely dead.
No. That's okay.
After that signal is right at the crossing. There it is. So I don't think that's it's chippered up here.
Well, I guess I gotta throw a switch.
No, you don't. Never mind. You don't need to throw that one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Next one. Junction number 34 needs to be
There's my light. I was wondering why I didn't have a light.
yellow over red.
No, yellow over green.
Oh, okay. That green's just a little line.
Sounds like a steam bell.
I know. I think it sounds like a church. Or a school bell, actually.
Lights up the cars pretty good. The headlights, they do, but the yard lights really don't do nothing. They're just there.
Oh god.
Huh?
The signal glitches into the train.
Well, I can't get it to go to the left side, so.
I don't even think they honk it.
I guess you gotta go up, huh?
Yep.
Hold on. That's funny.
I find that so hilarious. Honking the horn hat straight. I've never seen anyone do that in real life.
No. I just find it hilarious.
Someone would do that, just leave the train in front of the crossing.
Okay. I'll be right back, guys. Okay.
Love you. See ya. Bye.
see you tomorrow. What is it, Wednesday tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Today's
Oh.
Tuesday.
Okay. Wow. Cool.
Thursday's Monday.
You see okay?
I can see fine.
Awesome. Okay, love you too. Bye, buddy. You go okay? All right. Bye. Love you too. Okay, just gonna grab a snack. So, yeah, looks pretty good. Those lights are exactly in the position they're supposed to be. So is the track for the most part. Worked out pretty good. So Tim gave me some advice about coordinates, so I was able. Well, I followed some of his advice, and then the other advice I didn't follow, but I got an idea. At least I'm hoping. Hoping it works. But I won't know until I go back into Google Earth again if it worked or not. So when you put line measures down, it will save in Google Earth. Now, I couldn't get it exactly how I wanted to. Let me put this to daylight here so we can see the scenery. Oh boy. Oh, not account details. What do I want here? I don't know. I think I have that. Commodity overlays. That's not it. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. What is? I still don't know what waybills do other than look like that, but. Okay, let's put the 553. Yeah, that's okay. I don't know what's making noise. Yeah, we'll do drizzle. So yeah, that's a canal. Can't see it too well, but actually, I should get it back to sunlight here. I'm not too sure where it went to. How the hell do I get that now? Oh, I guess that's it right there. Duh. Okay. So let's put that back to clear. And we'll move. There we go. So yeah, I added another one here. That was by accident, but they didn't quite line up the way I wanted. Plus, they put these white borders on them, and I noticed that. So I'm not too sure what that's all about or why it's doing it. It didn't do it so much here because, well, the white border's there. You can't see it, but I'm okay with it as long as I know what's underneath, and that's basically what I did. Eventually they're going to go anyways once I have the scenery the way I want it. But no, it looks good. I'm pretty impressed by it. Oh, I gotta get rid of these trains. It's annoying. They all turn around. I must have been far enough away from it. Oh god, I gotta edit the... Yeah. No, I want to delete the damn thing. Really? Let's see if that resets it. Probably won't. My luck. Okie dokie. So yeah, I started adding the dirt road here. So that worked out good. It's a scale track. It's not quite on the scale apparently, Emmett was saying. It says it's more, it should be more curved there, so I'll play around with that. Got the old industry here, which pretty much is nothing now. And yeah, all the yard tracks. I didn't like how that track went, but that was okay. So yeah, you got 8-yard tracks. And this is the chemical lead, which leads over to quite a bit of local switching, actually, or industrial switchers, I should say. So you got oxyvinyls, which is the big one. SciTech doesn't really have anything, I don't think, anymore, but they used to. There's something else in there too, but I can't remember what it is. Let me get rid of that. So that'll be good. Have some fun with that. They might have a switcher back at a switcher engine. That's annoying. They might have a switcher engine back in Port Robinson again. So that'll be cool if they do. So for the longest time they were using the road units, but I got a funny feeling they got one. Because I saw 421 come in on the weekend, and he had a smaller unit with him. And the only place he was headed, he was going through St. Catharines, and the only thing I could think of was that they were going to drop him off here. It was only one unit, so it's kind of weird. But who knows? I don't know. It's just kind of odd because there's no reason why they would send that all the way to Buffalo. And it was definitely extra power. But I didn't even realize there was a little crossover there. So that's cool. So yeah, it's not really too much. We already spent a good 2 hours on this tonight, but I don't want to go through the boring stuff really. Put some of the scenery down. think I might do that. I like how that crossing worked out there. That looked pretty good. Much better than this crossing. Might try to put another road in there. But yeah, this will be fun to operate for sure. Looking forward to it. Yeah, once we get a system in place, whether it be RTS2 or whatever, and then you get 421 coming in, and he's got cars for both CSX, and you'll have cars for CSX, you'll have cars for NS, you'll have cars for Trillium. Trillium's just on the other side of the canal over here. They run the St. Catharines. Plus, they have a lot of industry in Port Colborne, and their interchange is up further this way. But my main focus now, like when we're looking at as far as what else is to come. So this, I'm not too. I like the way it's gonna be. Is I'll probably look at expanding. My primary focus again would be to give myself probably another board or two that way. And then I've got at least one board here, then I'll have that'll be the start of the Y at what's called that's technically Port Robinson West. And then, even though it's on the north end, it's considered west. This is considered eastward movement, although I think it's west-east, even though it's technically going north-south at that point, but it kind of goes into a horseshoe around the area. But, once you get around the Y at Allenburg, that's what used to be the Thorold Sub or the Thorold Spur now. It doesn't really lead to anything but storage. There used to be a paper mill. There used to be be a place where auto frames were created or built. I should say, not created, but Hayes Dana. So they would do the auto frames. That was cool. The paper mill was nice because you had towards the end you just had the paper coming out of there, but the odd paper coming out of boxcars. But they used to have as well. They used to have the what do you call it? Wood chips coming in. So that was really cool to have the wood chip cars come in. There used to be these green hoppers. It was really Quebec and Ontario paper cars, and they stopped bringing the wood chips in by rail. I guess they started bringing everything in by truck at that point. I don't know why, but probably not as or cheaper or whatever. I don't know, more efficient. Beats the hell out of me. But yeah, so if I can get myself a couple of miles beyond Port Robinson West, that'll give me that should give me enough of a run into Port Robinson. I may go a little bit further down the main line towards Niagara Falls, but I don't need to go to Niagara Falls. All I'm interested in for now is to get the trains in and out, do the switching, and then possibly have some stuff for the locals. Eventually, that's going to expand even further. Niagara's, you're basically going about 30 miles from Lake Erie to Lake Ontario. So that's pretty much Yeah, it's not quite the run, but it's 20. I think it's 28 miles on the Stanford sub to Buffalo. Then you get that in there, run that up to Fort Erie, or you do the Peace Bridge or whatever. Not the Peace Bridge, the International Bridge. But then you run so the Stanford sub would be your main drag. At that point, I mean, I would prefer I could start just doing this, just having the Stanford sub, because there's really the only thing other than Clifton is, if I was going to have a phase that would actually encompass all the switching in Niagara, yeah, maybe not. Let me rephrase that. All the switching for CN, then I will only have to bring it to Clifton, which is in Niagara Falls, and that's a junction with the Grimsby sub. However, I would probably want to go towards Hamilton, give it a nice run, definitely through St. Catharines. I don't necessarily have to go all the way to Hamilton. I could go just to Jordan, which is just outside of St. Catharines. That would give it a nice little run there. It's just mainline to Hamilton, and then that would probably avoid dealing with all the industries that I'm not familiar with. Maybe Grimsby. Let me just take a look here at the map, and I'll try to visualize this for you guys. So and we'll get back into it like once I've got. So this is pretty much, yeah, actually, now that I look at it, that would be a good one. Grimsby would be a good cutoff. And the reason why I say Grimsby is that should be the Via, Ontario Street. That's the Via Rail station right there. Now, Dunnville, which, basically Port Maitland, is the furthest that CP runs down. Well, I shouldn't say it's the furthest. They do go. They also switch Smithville. So you got CN coming here. You got CP going through Smithville towards. So what happens is you get this line that comes down here, and it runs. Where are they running to? Yeah. So I'd have to bring it as far as Dunnville, or at least the outer line of the Grand River here, and then once it hits here, it basically, this is the old Canada Southern Main Line. So this was the Smithville. I think it was the Smithville sub, or Smith. Yeah, I think it was. Wasn't the Dunnville sub, I know that. But this used to be a diamond. So, and this was the connecting track. I don't know if that was connecting track that was already in, or they put it in. I'm pretty sure, if I recall, they actually put that in so that CP had access to it, because at Smithville, which is right through here, they where was it? Do they still have trackage on there? No, they don't. So CP used to run to Port Maitland via Smithville, but that's abandoned. Some of the old bridges they got rid of or whatever. So there's the CP line going to Hamilton as well. So yeah, if I just run up to here, that would be a good stretch for me to say, now it's complete. This would give me one more passenger station. Uh, so the Amtrak would have Grimsby, it would have St. Catharines, and then it would have Niagara Falls. This is now, of course, right here. This is Southern Yard, and there's you've got Welland Tubes that operates in here. I forget what that. I thought that was Welland Pipe or whatever. But anyways, I'm not too sure what it's called. I know it's saying it's, but Crane Industrial and Rail. I don't know what that is, to be honest. But for the most part, they bring pipes in. Or sorry, they bring pipes out, I should say. So just tubing, pipe, PVC or whatever, and they put those on center beam cars, and out they go. And I often see them heading through. They definitely head into or through into Canada. So they don't head out towards Buffalo. So I'm not too sure whereabouts they head to, but they definitely head that way. I don't know if they have some that head the other way. I haven't really seen it. I got to do a little bit more research as far as the trains, as far as what gets set off where. I was showing you the industry here, what we've modeled here at Port Robinson. Thus far, this is the chemical lead and oxyvinyls, of course. But you take a look at that. I mean, there you go. So this is really good. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. So I don't think I think this is all. I mean, oxyvinyls is here. I'm not too sure. I still think that's part of oxyvinyls, to be honest. It looks like it is. I know it says Photech Environmental Solutions. I don't think they run anything particular to them. I could be wrong. And this is SciTech over here. But I don't know how much they have over here anymore. Is this all SciTech's property? I can't remember. It is. Okay. Somewhere around there, there's a fence line. Yeah, it must be. I don't know if it's right here or whatever. They look like they're all connected, to be honest. Could be right here, right where the grass goes like that. So, yeah. I don't know what that is. That looks nice looking. Oh yeah. Well, that's cool. So, yeah. They're still getting rail service. Oh, that's cool. It's all cool. They got an engine there? They got one of their own. Oh, cool. Okay, so they got one of their own switchers. That's nice. I didn't know that. Good to know. Because what happens is CN switches everything here. So they interchange everything, and then the switcher comes out here and deals with all that. I don't know how I don't know how they work out the switcher for to get this guy, because he can't get through. Unless he switches it for him, but I doubt it. I don't know where the other switcher is in this. I haven't seen him. Yeah, so they fill up the plastic there. I believe they bring in the vinyl chloride into the tanks. Pretty sure, anyways. Not sure for sure. Not 100% certain, but I don't know where the. I don't know where their switcher is, unless they do the switching for them. Although that could be it right there. Kind of looks like it, actually. Yeah, that's probably it. Right up against the bumper. Sure, why not? So I'm just curious how the hell they would get through there other than freeing up the cars there, but I don't see very many tank cars. Well, they're right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, those are vinyl chloride tanks. So they bring it all in here. Oh, there's their engine. There's their switcher. That's the one I'm used to seeing. But yeah, that industry will be fun to screw around with. But yeah, like in Niagara Falls, you've got an abandoned bridge here. You've got the well, they call it the Whirlpool Rapids Bridge. I guess it still would be called that. It's a double-decker bridge, so you got a road underneath, and then you got the rail line on top. You got Niagara Falls Station here. The old Niagara Falls yard, which I'm not going to model, obviously, but that is an old yard. I remember when that was in use. That's abandoned. That's the old interchange. This is Clifton. This is where the Y at you have the Grimsby sub coming down here. These are the hydro canals, and then the Stanford sub and the connector track, which this one only gets used by an industrial switcher, and then over here you've got Oleo Energies Limited. I thought it was Lubrizol, but anyways, used to be called Lubrizol. As far as I know, it still is, but there's a few other industries that used to be in there. They're gone. I used to work in this building here. Not, it was just one office, got a rusty old tower, but nothing going on there. That's the only thing that's going on in Niagara Falls. I don't think they switched it now. They took it out. I remember they had it for a while there when I was there, but I remember walking up here just to see, but no. Nah, long gone. Redpath Sugar used to get rail service. So I'm like, obviously, once you get past Grimsby, once you go west of Grimsby, then I'm just starting to learn it. Bright's Wines used to be here. That's long gone. Chef Boyardee used to be in this area. That's totally gone. So there's nothing there. Outside of town, you had Hodgson's used to get service years ago, well before my time, I think. And then I don't know if is that Lundy's? No, that's not Lundy's, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, well, where's Redpath Sugar, and do they still get anything? They still have tracks going in, but oh no, wait a minute, hang on. Did they get rid of it? Ah, I thought they were gone. I was gonna say that used to be Redpath Sugar. BVG, whatever. Okay, well, that explains that. So they don't get service anymore, obviously. Um, but there's a lot. There's more than meets the eye too. So you've got that. Now I've already shown the CP line that comes across through Smithville. Welland has a yard. Where is it here? Waynefleet area, somewhere around here. Gotta be close. There it is. So yeah, Welland Yard has, fair sized yard. Actually, a little bigger than Port Robinson. That's the only yard for CP in Niagara. So they've got everything. I mean, it's really not that busy anymore. They do a lot of storage. When you look at what they have. Smithville, Port Maitland. Port Maitland's got. They do a fair amount in Port Maitland. Last time I checked, anyways. Okay, yeah, here we go. So we got Port Maitland here. Lots of goodies. Don't know what's what there. There's an old line that used to go there. Nofos. There was something else there in Port Maitland. Maybe that's the only thing? Well, it could be. But I thought there was something else. I could be wrong. No, guess not. Guess that's the only one. So like, that's one thing what's weird about CP is they have these long local runs, which is kind of neat. But you travel for a good 15 miles or whatever at dirt slow speeds, and then you wind up there is it where the old Cayuga and Casa was. So somewhere around here, this is where it cuts in. Oh, that's a Cayuga. Hang on a second here. Oh, okay, there we go. You can see where the old diamond used to be. So this was a connector I believe they built into. And then this just goes right back to Welland Yard. And then that's an old line abandoned. And over here CN comes. So what happens is the Hamilton sub goes underneath the tunnel. CN used to have a line with the tunnel. They had an agreement with Niagara Falls, city of Niagara Falls, so that they could share their line. So CP wanted to use CN's right away if they were going to get out of the major tourist area of Niagara Falls. To do that, what ended up happening was they struck a deal in 2000 that changed everything. They no longer cross that abandoned bridge I showed you in Niagara Falls, so they run so far. The Stanford sub comes down here. I mentioned Southern Yard. That's not only used by the industry here, but that's also an interchange for CP. So CP comes out here. CN also has one other industry in Port Colborne on the east side, but what also happens is there's a short line that runs through which runs through here in Welland, through Dane City, to Port Colborne, and their main interchange yard is right here at Feeder. So they interchange with CN out of Port Robinson. They come down here, do that. You can see where all these lines used to go. I mean, this used to go here. It was crazy. I mean, this and the reason why you see all these lines all over the place was this is the old Welland Canal, called the Welland Recreational Canal. Now it was actually the fourth Welland Canal. This was, you know, just in the Welland Ship Canal, the addition, or the bypass they called it. So it's a nice straighter bypass as opposed to going through the city of Welland. They just bypass the city and much straighter. And they're talking about doing a fifth canal coming out this way or something like this. They want to run that way, or I don't know what they want to do. But anyways, just trying to think of some other things, points of interest. So I want, before I get to Trillium, or Port Colborne Harbor, I should say, or whatever the heck they're called now. CP. So CP runs through the tunnel, and yeah, that's 140. Okay, so Stanford sub runs over. CN also runs into Port Colborne, as I was saying. They bring one. They bring one car. This is the longest run they may make. This is the old Dunnville sub, and they come through down here to serve. Is it this one? I think it's this one. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, that's their engine. There's their. Oh, they don't have a tank in there. What the hell? Or do they? Oh, wow. They actually have two tanks? I imagine. Oh, man. That's crazy. That's a cute little engine. So yeah, I think it's sulfuric acid. I think. Pretty sure. But anyways, yeah, they usually bring one or two. They usually bring one car down, as far as I know. I was surprised to see a second one. But that's the end of the Dunnville sub now, or what's left of the Dunnville sub. This used to go to Fort Erie. And so yeah, that's the longest run they make, other than Niagara Falls. But CP's much more, has many more runs that actually do that. So CP, oh, where they go here? Yeah, CP. Never mind. Gotta go back over to Welland here. I'm lost now. Can't believe it. There we go. Town Line Tunnel. Okay. So they used to run down to Fort Erie, but as far as I know, they have nothing there. This is totally abandoned now. That was, yeah, this is where it's just all been dug up. I think that was their last industry here. Might have been here. I'm not sure. Oh, it could be here. Yeah, they're done. So that must have been the last one. I thought they were over here too for some reason, but guess not. But anyways, yeah, this has been discontinued, or or inoperative. I don't think it's technically considered abandoned because they could use it for, and yet there they are. So they do use it. Well, that's interesting. Huh. What was this one taken? So they're just storing a whole whack of cars down here. They not blocking the crossings, but the last time I checked, they don't have any cars down there. But yeah, okay. So now it's just storage, and this is so the Hamilton sub comes in. And this used to be the Cayuga sub for CN, but that's now the CP Hamilton sub. And they connect into CN right here, which is the continuation of Stanford sub from Port Robinson. That hits to Fort Erie. And here is what was the former Hamilton sub to Niagara Falls, which is now called the Montrose sub. Right here where the golf course is used to be a yard. But it is now a golf course. But this whole area was a major yard for Michigan Central and Conrail for the area. So that was, there were a lot more stuff going on there. Like you can get Montrose Junction, but I'll explain that in a minute. So yeah, there are industries here. They still have a switch here. I don't think they have anything going on down here anymore. Wow. Wow, you can still see the tracks. Barely. That's all starting to overgrow. But there's nothing in there. They don't service that. Their major industry here is a tank farm. Yeah, Chemtrade Logistics. And then I don't know if they still do this. So what happened, as I said, you had the casino coming in. This casino right here is on the old main line. You can see where the line, you can see basically where it stretched here. So Casino Niagara was built. And and they even took the old bridge and put a walkway here over Murray Street. But that's the old right of way. There were some industries down here as well at one time. You can imagine Clifton Hill. If you ever been to Niagara Falls, this is a zoo. This is the tourist area. Pretty dead with everything going on right now in the world, but they used to, where is it? I'm trying to find, do they still show the industries in this town or what? I just work up here, up on Valleyway. In fact, I can tell you where I work. I work right there. That's the police station. Yeah, but I work, right there. That's where my little van parks, right in that little thing right there. But anyways, and what's really cool is shredded wheat. It used to be the Nabisco plant, but I think it's owned by Kraft now. When you get a south easterly wind, or just a southerly wind, you smell shredded wheat in the air. It's so awesome. That's one of our customers too. That's one of our many customers. throughout Canada. But where the hell's the? Where are they? I know they're here. Is that them? That's him. Yeah, Post Foods Canada. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. So Post used to have a railway line that ran through somewhere, but it used to come out to yeah, it used to come out to Clifton Hill in between something or other. It ran through here. I kid you not, I remember. And this, of course, was the main line right along here. So you keep going, and you could see where there's a path now. That is the old Michigan Central Conrail main line that used to go into Niagara Falls. Now, if I dated myself back to 2000, that line still existed and it was still run. I really was tempted to do a 2000 era, but there's so much that's changed, and there's so much that I would be unfamiliar with, even though I was familiar with a lot of things, that it would be very difficult for me to try and represent it. So I decided against it. I figured, why not? Now, CP I wanted to continue because there's another line that goes to Chippewa here. I don't think anything's going on here. Maybe there is. Maybe I don't know. They have two other industries. This is what used to be Norton Chemical. I don't know what the hell they're called now. It's a big place. Stinks. Stinky area. I don't know what they deal with. Sulfur. Who knows? Used to be a horrible smell, but anyway. I don't know. I don't think I see any cars in there, but I could be wrong. St. Gobain, yeah. I don't think there's an old swing bridge here. But no, I don't think they're. I mean, the rail looks in good shape, so it wasn't that long ago they switched here, but I don't think they do anymore. That's Marine Land. And then you have another. This is still serviced. So Washington Mills. Yeah, that still gets enough traffic. I don't know how often they get traffic, to be honest, but so that's all that CP does. Nothing else with CP. So, but that's not all of it, because we still have the short lines and we still have Port Colborne. So I showed you feeder before. If you keep following along the canal here, and I was saying this earlier tonight, the canal is shown here, and you could see it right here is the Trillium line, which is the old CN Canal sub. And if you follow it now, they just ripped out some track that was in this area. I don't know if they still have it yet. No, they still have it. This was the old beer store yard, as I used to call it. I think they haven't ripped out the track, but they have, as far as I know, the crossings are gone. It looks like they're gone. I can't tell for sure, but as far as I know, they do not get service anymore, or they're not about to. This used to be the Pine Street lead. That's, you can see where it used to be. Oh, it's still there. This must be an old photo. I thought they ripped this out. Oh, okay, they ripped it out halfway down the. I see. Okay, yeah, that used to go to a paper mill or something. I don't know what that is. I can't remember. But anyways, yeah. So the industry that they served was here. I've actually been on board one of their engines, switching this. It was fun. But yeah, they still got cars in here, but as far as I know, they're gone now. And I mean, it didn't seem like that long ago, so I don't know what the hell happened, but they. I was surprised to see. I went through Thorold one day. I was just like, well, the crossbucks are gone. Everything's gone. I'm like, okay. I might still continue it, but that's not my that's certainly not going to be a priority of mine. That's for sure. So yeah, Trillium continues through St. Catharines, and you got the dual locks, twin flight locks of the canal. This is the Grimsby sub, and you got dual lift bridges here. So yeah, if I was to do Trillium, I would have to do St. Catharines, which means they would they actually come out to cross over from one side to the other. They come out. Oh, this is really old because that bridge is gone. Yeah, they got that's gone. This used to be the old High Line, but it is gone. So what happens is Trillium will come out. They'll bring usually two box cars, maybe a tank, and maybe a gondola, and they come all the way now from from Port Colborne area or just outside of Welland feeder yard. So they come out here. They go through CP. This is CP Glenridge. They come here. They get the signal. They bop off over here, and they spend about an hour going up this way into St. Catharines, and they service. There's other things too. They sometimes get dimensional loads, but there's two paper cars there. Oh, looks like they got four. Okay, a little bit more than they used to be. I don't know. And then sometimes they have a tank car here, which they do there. Yep, Camara. So that's all the industry for St. Catharines. Other than, well, I shouldn't say that. They. I was gonna say Trinergy sometimes gets something. Yeah, what was the other one? There's another one over here that gets something. Not them. No, definitely not them. Although they, in theory, could. No, Trinergy gets it from this side, as far as I recall. And then over here, yep, yeah, they'll get dimensional pipe or whatever the hell, not dimensional, so just steel slabs or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. Steel plate works. There you go. So steel plate used to go a little bit further. I've actually been on again back in the day before the track's gone now, but I used to switch. What was it for Annie Packard? They'd have transformers and stuff, but that's totally gone. And once upon a time, they even had a line that went all the way down here. I remember to the Port Weller dry docks down here. So yeah, that really no, I didn't show you Port Colborne. Now Port Colborne is got its the grain silos. There's a few different places. So you got the grain terminal. I don't see where the hell. I guess they go inside. Okay. Yeah, they go inside there. I guess. I would assume the little speeder there. So yeah. They go inside there too, or they go along the side here. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, so you got the harbor line. They run up there to do a run around or whatever the hell they have to do, and then this is the old Dunville sub, like I was saying before, which ironically enough used to connect all over to that. So CN ran the whole thing, but Trillium holds still switches, or sorry. Um, CN still switches the east side, whereas Trillium has taken over all the switching on the west side. So, if we keep going, there is. Yeah. That's Robin Hood. Sears Global, they call them? Okay, I guess they. I don't know if they still do Robin Hood flour or not, but. Yeah, see, this is Robin Hood on the side. Uh, yeah, they don't look too busy. I forget the last time they switched them. It's been ages. There was another one. Oh yeah, yeah. Joey Gunbulazer or whatever. Yeah, so that's a newer place actually. That was a newer industry. So nice to have new industries. And yeah, they have another. They have two plants. So they got the one over here, one over here. Blah blah blah. So that's good. And that is all the industry that. Oh wait. Sorry. Atlantic Biodiesel. So yeah, they hold a whole whack of cars down here. I don't know if they're storage or if they're all used for this thing or what. But they just seem to store a lot of tank cars. I don't think they can't be using that much for this thing. I highly doubt it. Unless they have their own switcher that comes out and doesn't make any much sense to me, but nah, I think that's gotta be storage. I can't explain it any other way. But oh yeah, one other industry is again over connecting to the old swing bridge over the old canal and Vesuvius. Well, they don't seem to have any cars in there right now. Maybe they don't get any cars anymore. I don't know. As far as I know, they still get it, but I could be wrong. That is gone. Yep. Is there a track that still goes in there? Sort of. That used to be Stelco. But yeah, they're done. So I mean, the track's still there. It could, in theory, you never know. There was another industry. Well, that used to be Atlas Steels. I don't think they ASW Steel now. I don't think they service them, but I could be wrong. Oh, I guess I'm wrong. They do. Wait a minute. I'm not so sure about that. Hang on. I know there's cars there, but I'm just not 100% certain if. Well, they got an engine still, so maybe. Okay, I'll go with it. That's their passenger coaches that they just have out here in storage, as far as I know. Old caboose engine. I think that's just their storage wise. Something's here. Oh yeah, scrap or something. Another switcher. I got something going on here. I can't remember what. So, well, yeah, they're okay. That's it right there. So, yeah, you got your scrap. SLM recycling. Yep. So, yeah, that's it. So, again, there's plenty of phases that I can go here. Now, for my immediate plans right now, I just want to work on one little section, get it operational, which I'm probably halfway there to get it at least operational. I can't see why not. I mean, if the yard is I would say the yard is the tough part. Um, so I've got that part done. I don't even have to worry so much about this industry if I don't want to. The chemical lead, and I mean, there's no reason why I can't get it done. Um, but that would be the only industry I would have. So in theory, yeah, but at the same time, this isn't a make or break. I'm not too worried about it. Um, yeah, it's a big industry. It's probably one of the bigger ones, but there's still a lot of cars that go to and from Trillium. Um, there's a lot of cars that get interchanged to CP and at Southern Yard for Welland. There's other industries as well. So um, there's still plenty to do. Just even without that industry, you have your main trains 421 coming in from Toronto. 422. There used to be 330 and 331, which was the Sarnia trains, Port Huron, Michigan. But so you have those trains come in. 421 comes in. It basically comes in the morning most times, and 422 goes out in the morning as well. They often meet around St. Catharines area. They could meet in Niagara Falls. They could technically meet in Port Robinson, but they're two different crews. They're not one going out and waiting for the power to head out back or something like that. It's not a turn. 422 runs one way, 421 runs the other way at it around the same time. Then they usually wind up meeting somewhere in around St. Catharines or Niagara Falls. Sometimes Port Robinson, sometimes Hamilton, but rarely do they meet that far. So 421 comes in. He has cars for NS. He has cars for CSX, both in Buffalo. He has cars for local industries that CN switches. He has cars for Trillium, and then he's got cars for the interchange. He's got the cars for the interchange for CP. So he's got to sort through all that stuff. He's got to block the train. I forget, it's a 500 series train that leaves in the afternoon and heads south from here, or heads south or east to Fort Erie. So in Fort Erie, and then 422 does the same thing. In the next morning, he just builds everything that comes back. That train that comes out this way, that heads on through down. That's C. Yeah, where is it here? Okay, here we go. Here's the Stanford sub. So he comes down. So this is Fort Erie yard. This used to be a major yard at one time. You can see, well, you can't really see it, although, I mean, this used to be served. I'm not I'm not too sure how far it used to go, but there was a roundhouse here. An old Y. You can see the Y that used to be here. Yeah. So yeah, you had a yard here. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck all this was here. Oh, okay. That's okay. This is part of the old yard right here. I was looking at it. I thought it was the top of a building. I was thinking this is all the old yard tracks. In fact, you could wow. I don't think they get anything. Not that I'm aware of, but you can see where the old mines used to be, basically. So, and that used to be the CP Fort Erie sub, which they call Track 99. CN uses it now. So, so what happens is that CN train that comes down this way, he's blocked, and he does a live interchange with NS. So he has the head end for the set off for NS. NS has cars for him, and he leaves them behind. He heads over to Buffalo and does its interchange over at Frontier Yard, which I believe is this one. Yep. So this is Frontier in Buffalo. So he does his interchange there. NS comes from, I don't know where the hell it is. It's not too far away from that, actually. I don't know if they come out of Tift or where they come out of, to be quite honest. Must be. They don't come down that way. So, anyways, whatever. I'm a little less familiar with NS. I think they come out of Tift through Buffalo. I'm not as familiar with the Buffalo side with NS as I am Frontier, because that was always the place to hang out. That was always the busier line. But so yeah, and he does his interchange with CSX, comes back a couple hours later, usually by night by that time, and then he picks up his cars that NS left behind, heads back to Fort Erie, and I don't know when they actually go ahead with what do you call it? I don't know when they actually go ahead with the whole setting up of basically taking the train and then setting or building it all up into 422. I guess basically that train becomes 422. It just has to add on to the industry the stuff from the industry, so they just double up. I would imagine they don't have to block it. I know that. Sometimes they do. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes they will block it for a lift in Hamilton, but it changes. I mean, there's days where they do it. There's other days where they don't. I might keep an eye on it to see what happens, but that's more for me. The Fort Erie section or the continuation is a little bit more longer term. I'm more interested in having the train come back out than perhaps, yeah, I'll be curious as far as, but I'll be creating consists. I'll probably have um, I don't know if I'm going to do a fiddle yard or what, or if I'm just going to go ahead with having the portals at both ends and then just run them in and out and see how it goes. But that'll keep on focusing on Welland here. That'll keep me pretty busy as far as the switching goes. I can develop whatever systems need be, and then I can keep working on it, but still have fun too. Like right now, it's because there's no purpose at the moment. me just running trains for the sake of running trains and switching for the sake of switching is there's no purpose and reason, so I don't bother. But once I do have the purpose, then that all of a sudden changes, especially if I can bring a whole train in. Now, I'm not too worried about this. This is all storage. I may not even I may not even put anything here. I mean, I could, but old lift bridge there. You can see the old Y too. This is Trillium's track here, and then when you go into here, this is the old Abitibi Consolidated, but it shut down. So unfortunately, I don't think anything is happening anymore. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I mean, they got a lot of trailers there. This is probably one where they still had a lot of stuff on, but that is now shut down. And well, I mean, shut down even before the shutdowns. They closed up about a year ago, I think. But yeah, but that's the immediate focus. But what the hell? Okay. Anyways, so yeah, this is where I would cut it off right about here, and then just I wouldn't go any further than Dunville, I would say. So that gives a good stretch. So that long term, that would be my goal, is to extend it as much as I can. Um, yes, scenery is important to me, but it's not the most important thing. I certainly want to have signals in operation. I certainly want to have all the crossings in operation, and go from there basically. So, um, yeah. So, oh boy, I think I might end this for now because my throat's getting sore. It's been sore all week, anyways. But it's going to be a good. Hello. My mouse wheel again's all screwed up. But what else is new? Yeah, so I was just in there. Uh, but anyways, I'll end it for now. There's not too much more. I'll just probably show development as I go along. I'm probably going to do a lot of the boring stuff for the next little while, so I don't know if I'm going to continuously show updates. I think I would probably be better off just focusing on the task at hand. Um, you know, it's coming along nicely. I got the lights in the yard. I've got the yard. The yard is fully operational. So that is the main thing, and it didn't take that long to make it fully operational. It's not a huge yard, but to get the track all laid out and get the lights in play, I don't even have all the buildings and assets all around. I haven't got into the scenery yet, but that's the major thing. Get that yard in place. The industries, I'm not too worried about those just yet. They'll come later, and then I'll just slowly build out. I've got a pretty good idea and a plan. I'm very motivated about doing this. There's nothing that's going to stop me here. There's really nothing that can stop me here at this point. Everything is running as expected. Um, it is keeping me busy. It's something I look forward to. I didn't do anything last night. That's because I fell asleep watching YouTube, and I was really pissed about it too, to be honest. Because I was looking forward to it, but I had a lot of good sleep last night, so that's why I'm able to do stuff tonight, no problem. But yeah, I might do a little bit tomorrow before my wrestling comes on, and get a little bit in there. See about getting some of the. I think I just want to expand the panels for now and get myself as close to getting the main line in as I can, so I have a good run. I can do my switching, and then I can start building on the operation. then I'll go back to the scenery and refine everything. But you know, I just need it operational. The yard's operational, but I need it operational. I need the main line to have a good mile or two, so that a train can run in, get up to speed. I'd prefer it to get up to speed, so probably I would like to get it up to probably uh, at least the first signal, if not the first intermediate signal coming out. That would do wonders. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes and get it on both sides, and that way I can have you know I can have the train coming in. I got train coming out, no problem, and that'll work out pretty good. So, anyways, that's it. I'm rambling, so I'm gonna call it for the night. So, have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you later. Take care.